an office that to many is looked at as underutilized and somewhat unappreciated. The reason's really threefold. First of all, South Carolina is where I built a business, raised my family, grown in faith, and lived my entire adult life. And at this stage of that life, I still got a lot of energy and enthusiasm and want to continue to work and to give back. Secondly, a couple of years ago, our legislature passed a law that put on the ballot in 2012 a constitutional amendment. And that constitutional amendment said that beginning in 2018, the offices of governor and lieutenant governor will run together as a ticket, just like they do in the federal elections. I've watched it for the last 20 years, and I've just been very underwhelmed with the fact that our governor and lieutenant governor in the past, I'm not picking on anybody in particular or any party in particular, but if you look back over the last 20 or 30 years, you probably won't find too many examples of governors and lieutenant governors that really worked in a collaborative way. And I think that's a missed opportunity. And as a businessman, as an entrepreneur, I see an opportunity in this next election, the last time that the lieutenant governor will be elected separately from the governor, an opportunity to go ahead and work collaboratively. And thirdly, I want to go up and work hard to perform the duties that the lieutenant governor is already expected to do by the Constitution and by law, and that is to oversee preside over the Senate and to preside over the Office of Aging, which is an extremely important function of the Office of Lieutenant Governor. My father is in his late 80s. I'm his fiduciary. He lives in assisted living in Mount Pleasant. I understand many of the issues affecting him. My wife's parents are both in their late 80s, fortunately still living independently. But I understand those issues and understand how important that segment of our population, which, oh, by the way, includes me, that segment of the population is to our state. But in addition to that, it's been, those of you that have watched the Office of Lieutenant Governor recognize that it's perceived to be a part-time job. Entrepreneurial spirit that I believe I bring to the office, and take that entrepreneurial spirit and put a full-time effort into it. I want to work specifically in the area of economic development, jobs recruitment, small business development. I want to work with our Department of Parks, Recreation, and Tourism and help improve even more the tourism climate within this state. It's our second biggest industry, and I don't need to tell you folks here, it provides an awful lot of jobs and an awful lot of opportunities. And then thirdly, I want to work with the legislative delegation in D.C. across the board, across party lines, to improve the communications back and forth between what's going on with our wonderful delegation in D.C. and what's going on with our state level.